Hey, welcome, Doc. We're here at Vixens Hair Studio. Let me show you the sign in the back. And we're doing human hair lock extensions. These are permanent extensions, unlike the yarn extensions that we did previously on YouTube. We have a client here who has started with just natural hair, and she's going from natural hair to a head of lock extensions like these, already built. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. And these are built lock extensions, so she'll have them for as long as she likes them until she decides to cut them off. I have lock extensions too, and they're like very long. I've had them for about a year and a half now, maybe about a year and a half. So this is Elvina. Say hi. You know how us ladies are. So we're going to take the actual process of doing a lock extension. Here you go, Elvina. So, we section the hair in parts. Diamond partings is pretty much the best section that I like to use personally. And what we're going to do is actually wrap the hair around the locks. And we're doing a front and forward and backward movement in order to create these locks from scratch. You want the locks and the parting to be uniform, but you don't want the locks to look like all the same length or all the same, like going down from the head to the top of the back of the head, because then it'll look like you got a bob with your locks. But you're just basically wrapping the hair in a motion, so that way it's going back and forth, and it ends up building a lock for your extensions. Hold on. And once you get your motion going, it's pretty easy to do. It does take a while to get done. A full head of lock extensions, depending on the length and the size, it could take you between 6 and 10 hours.
What inches this, Kimmy?
She's getting 6 inches long, which is longer than our standard. Most of the time we do about 5 inches. So she's getting 6 inches, and she's actually getting smaller partings because of her age, the density of her hair. And you know, she plans on keeping them forever, so you don't want them to do them too big, because as you get older the hair thins and it spreads out and it can break off. So you want to do it just enough, just for the right size for each client. So each client's hair is different. We do free consultations, so that way you can figure out what would be best for your hair and how big and small the client actually wants them. So it's very important with the lock extensions to close them up, especially on the ends.
What happens if you don't close them?
They unravel. Sometimes they unravel. Most of the times they will, but you don't want to, and it weakens the bond of the lock. So making sure that they are wrapped properly and actually look like a lock on the ends. And it looks stiff the first few days you have them. Then after a few days later, they look just like natural locks all the way down. So here's your full lock extension created, once it's created. And then when we're done, she'll have a full head of lock extensions. And they end up looking pretty much like real locks. They soften up after a few days, and you can pretty much do whatever you want to them. Shampoo and wash them. So her next treatment, she'll come in and get her hair started to get palm rolled. And what'll happen is when she comes in next, we'll just start our palm rolling process.
Okay.
Where the hair is locked, and the natural hair from the part that's grown out will be continued and put into the lock as well.
So do they have to keep the lock extensions on when the hair start growing longer?
They can cut them off. Like as it grows out longer, you can cut the extensions off if that's what you would like to do. I have clients that have had the extensions in for 3 years now and don't plan on cutting them off anytime soon. But you can cut them if you like.
And it could turn out to be their own locks that they grow out.
Yeah, as they grow out, it's going to end up being your hair and the extensions on the end. So you can cut them off if you like, or you can keep them as long as you like to have them. The only thing that we recommend is that every year you get an annual retouch of your locks, which is to touch up anything where it's grown out and it hasn't said anything. And outside of that, they're yours for life. Any more questions?
No, about it. What about color? Color.
Oh, one good thing with color. Whatever color you get your lock extensions is the same color that it's going to be. The hair cannot be colored. So whatever color you have your lock extensions from the beginning is going to be the color of your locks. Pretty much. Unfortunately. But, you know, so pick a color that you're comfortable with. Like her hair is black, but she actually has some gray in it. So as she grows out, her hair, she's going to stay graying because she wants the gray. As it grows out, the hair will wrap around the lock as well. So her locks will end up being a little gray and black. And then if she goes completely gray, she can cut off whatever color of black that's left on the ends.
So with your locks, did you start off with that color?
Yeah, I'm red. I'm a redhead. So I've always wore red hair. So it just was natural in order to lock is to stay red. I started with sister locks and then combined my sister locks to make lock extensions. So I'm always a redhead.
They can't dye the tips if they want to, or?
Nope, the hair can't be colored. I've tried so many different times.
Okay.
But that's it. Once whatever color you get is the color you get. Now, once your hair grows out, you can color your own hair, but you can't color the extensions. You can like add different color hair in there. Like the hair comes in blondes, reds, whatever color you can think of. Pretty much has it as long as it's human hair. We only use human hair.
So now that you're doing it, can I style it right afterwards, or?
No, you can't style it for at least, I would say the first 2 weeks. You want them to stay straight, so that way they can keep the shape that they have. If you end up styling it, sometimes you can mess up the shape. So we don't style them after they're done. We just leave them straight. They end up becoming a little bit stiff in the beginning. And then maybe after a couple of days, they'll loosen up and they're more pliable then. But we want them to stay straight so that way if we do style them later and we wash them, when they come back to their natural state, which is straight.
I can wash it afterwards?
You can shampoo them. We usually let the hair dry out a little bit so it can start locking. But you can shampoo them just like human hair. They dry just like human hair. They're very light. They don't weigh a lot. So you just want to shampoo them, blow dry them, or sit underneath the dryer once you get your hair styled. So you can do everything. Rod sets, roller sets. You can do crimp sets, styling like normal.
So when can I get them touched up? What's the maintenance?
The maintenance is in the beginning we do our maintenance every 2 weeks. Then it goes down to every 3 weeks. So, and the maintenance is just basic palm rolling to get your hair to lock. And that's it.
Once again, where we at?
Vixens Hair Studio in Philadelphia, 2215 West Lehigh Avenue, 215-228-1255. Thanks guys for listening.